And good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh, how did it already become Wednesday? And how did it already become 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time? Uh, it got away from me this morning. Welcome, makers and movers, man. I have this busy day. I was to the point where I looked and I thought I had everything set up for this morning, and I did not. And that's okay. That's why we're going to have a little Wednesday chat. Check in, see how people are doing. What are you working on? What do you need help with? That kind of open-ended conversation, because I had stuff that I had planned on doing Tuesday for Wednesday and Friday show, and yesterday just kind of fell apart. We had some prereqs. If you don't know, X Tools is releasing their apparel printer tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so there's certain things that we were asking for to be done before then. What can we share? What can we not share? What can we do? And, it was kind of really these last 2 days, hustle bustle to get as much stuff done. So I was working through that with the team there, and before I knew it, time was up. And yeah, it just got away from me. You just have things like that, right? Where sometimes time just gets away from you. Now, today I have scheduled, Wednesdays are working your business Wednesdays for us. So typically we get everything done before noon. And so that way we can work on our business from 11 to 3. So I've already got everything set up for DTF, ready to roll. Hey, I forgot. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area, and then your 5 things, because our 5 things. I've got invoice, I've got designs that need to get approved. I've got 3 meetings on tap this afternoon. I've got a store to build, and then I've got follow-ups to do. So Wednesdays is when I do that. I'll do my follow-ups, anything that can be an income-producing activity for down the road. I take care of that on Wednesday for it. I've got meetings set up to hopefully close some of these stores that we have on the board, and that'll be fine. But we've also got everything else that's going on. We got stores that are closing, so we need to get merch done for those and ordered in for it. We've got quotes that are out there, and that's part of the follow-up process to see what happens with that. Sometimes life just happens. As much as I try and plan things, some things just happen. Wednesdays are kind of my reset day of what I can do. And maybe that's just what you need sometimes, right? You just need that morning reset. As far as what's in the cup this morning, we got coffee and we got Celsius. So we are rocking it this morning to get stuff done. I'm pretty excited how this week has went. For those that have placed orders, thank you for placing those. For those that haven't, why not? Hey, what's going on with that? This week we were talking on Spiritware on it was the marketing content on Monday. And somebody asked me about, creating a content calendar and how I go about doing it. And I think that needs to be its own standalone video. I don't know if I can clear it all out in a half an hour. It might be, kind of like a couple day thing. So you'd let me know in the comments. If you're watching team replay, let me know. If you're watching, live, let me know. I'm looking at, probably maybe doing a 1, 2, or 3 day training that are probably, an hour each on creating a content calendar, walking you through what I do because I don't create content just for us. I put plans in motion for other people as well. There's a couple businesses that we work with where I'm like, here's what we can do and here's how we can do it. And it's really not that difficult, but I realize that if I give people the information, then it just sits there. Yes, here's how you can do it. Let's put it out there, and then nothing happens from it. But if I say, hey, here's step 1, and you're not getting step 2 or 3 until I see step 1 completed. And step 2 is what we get with it, step 3 with that. So I was thinking maybe I just do something like that, whether it's during the day, whether it's at night, just, maybe 3-day boot camp on setting up a content creation calendar. Because even though we're all in the same business, right, we're all in whether we're makers of, apparel or signs or trophies or your hand-done projects or woodworking or whatever it is, we're all in that same space. So what I'm going to use for one business isn't what you're going to use for your business. So I can walk you through that process of, hey, here's what we do. And, the first step, day 1 is, finding your customer. Who's your niche? Who's your avatar? So we know who we're getting out to. So it'd be researching that. And then the second one is like, here's the prompts that I use to create the questions for content creation, because each month is a new month, a new opportunity, new season, new holidays. There's things that you can base it around. And then 4 is just, like the third day, which is going to be the follow-up for it. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, let me know in the comments, and we'll see about putting that together, because I just had a conversation this morning with someone on their content creation. And they said, well, what are you running for a calendar? And they're like, I'm not. And I said, hey, I've been there, even though I have a list of stuff that, for every day, here's today's day, national, peanut butter jelly day. So you can create content around that, so there's different places that you can go find that where you can create, just standalone content, because it's not always about sales. It's creating awareness, it's creating that, that community involvement. It's showing what you're doing, highlighting other customers. So there's a lot that goes into it. But if we could set you up on 1 month and then you're like, oh, hey, I can do this, because a lot of it, I'll schedule stuff out. So a lot of the stuff that you see posted from me throughout the day has already been scheduled out, ready to go. I am happy to say that I am almost completely, I think I'm on parole, Facebook parole right now. And the reason I say that is because when I look at the analytics, it still tells me that I'm having some issues. But when I look at last 7 days, we've reached 1.2 million people, which is up 726,000 or 726%. So I think we're moving right in the right direction of it. So good. My stuff's getting seen again, so we can start putting things out there. Like a lot of the things, getting this channel in order. How's it going to be? What it's going to do? I met with somebody, and for a channel evaluation, they said the biggest thing is it's great when you're live and you have your intro in that. That intro sucks for when somebody is watching it later on, because they've got a minute of it before it comes on. So you need to go in and trim that. Okay. They said, you really should have an intro on what it is. And if you're not grabbing people in those first 10 seconds, you're not going to grab them and keep around. So, and when we have the content produced videos where, even on this, when we're talking, it's like the 5 tips, whatever, I need to say within the first 10 seconds, here's what it is. We're going to give you, 5 tips on creating a marketing calendar. Here's what it is. Go into it. I need to send that and have that condensed down, because we do answer questions. We do things from there, but I'm learning. And if you're not learning, not earning, right? And that's where, excuse me, a lot of it, they click on the video, but how they're not going to scroll through. They're going to watch, 10 seconds of it, and there's nothing there. They're moving on again. So it's a good time. We'll get through it together. And I want to know, what do you need help with? Where are you? How are you right now? What is your content creation ways? Do you have set days that you're doing stuff? Are you just, hey, I remember to take a picture of that? Are you being, very task driven on it? What are you doing in there, and how's it working out for you? Is it working good? Is it not working good? What do you need more help with? And let's check in. Kelly, good morning. Coffee in the cup. Beautiful morning. 49 degrees. It is cold here. It was cold taking the kids to school. Let's see what we got. And I think it was -7. Yeah. So feels like -11 though. So we got that going on. Cold weather advisory through tomorrow, and then we should be out of it because next week we're talking like high 40s, low 50s. Back to it. Jose, good morning to you, my friend. How are you doing? Barb's got -9 up there, north central Minnesota. Hot tea in the cup. 5 things to update. QuickBooks, 3D printing, graphic designs, work on business, sort test fabrics. Barb's got a good day in front of her. Kelly's got quotes and invoicing, t-shirts, embroidery tech coming to tune up the machines. That's a good day, right? Advertise on social media. What's your plan for that? That's what we're just talking about. Start on a store for someone. Very, very nice. And Jerry, hello all. Sunny in Ohio, tea in the cup. Hey, Jerry's got tea in the cup. Cinnamon Christmas tea. Is that what it is? Parole again. Well, so I think I'll be on parole for a year until next November. That was my last infraction, and then it's usually 90 days from that is when they'll start pushing it, and then a year is when everything drops off. So I think I won't be back to 100% till November, but hey, at least we're getting the reach again. That was, on a good day, we're doing 1 million, 1.5 million that we're going to reach. On a bad day, we're getting 125,000. And when I was on parole, a good day was 100,000, and a trash day was 10,000. So big, huge difference from there. Tim, good morning. 13 out, Mountain Dew to drink. And Barb's willy-nilly on content. Yeah, because when we remember, right? Because we had the conversation Monday of, Barb's not a content creator. She's, not an influencer. She's not, out here trying to do this. She's, word of mouth is a huge part of her business. And so she doesn't need to do as much as some of the other ones that were, hey, we're trying to get our information out there. We're trying to stay with it. And that's finding that who you are and who your people are and the best way to get them. might not be on social media. It might not be on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever they are. It might be more of I need to get in front of the people. I need to attend the commerce meetings. I need to attend the Rotary Club. I need to attend all the things because that's how it happens in our area. So it's finding where your customers are and how to get in front of them. Whoever says hi, Jerry and Tim. Tim says, I learned to cut out the intro and just add the outro. That's what I got to do, Tim. Even when I add it after saying what I did, most didn't watch it after that. And I just need to cut it all out, boom, and go right into the information. Because, they have those ones where here's the gist of it, then intro, and then in there, when we would do lives, I would cut out the first minute, because the reason I set that up is because by the time it posts in YouTube, by the time it would post on Facebook, everywhere else that we had it was about a minute in. So I didn't want to have to repeat my stuff or do that, but maybe that's what I just need to do is go right into it. It kind of gave me that buffer to make sure I had everything needed to go. I'm just going to, I will get better at video, and I'm perfectly fine to admit that I suck at the produced content, and I'm getting better at this. That's what we're going to keep doing with it. And Jerry says, I'm like Barb with content, no set schedule. It is Christmas tea. See, I remember. And Barb says, we're headed towards a warm-up, starting with possible snow this afternoon. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be like 50, high 40s, low 50s next week. I'm pretty excited about that. Tim said, my content gets posted when I'm not busy. So like yesterday, I got posted up for the rest of the month for the tent business, 3 a day and 2 on weekends. Exactly. And one of the things, Tim brings up here with it, there's Jeff. Jeff checking in. How do you do, kids? We're currently getting white death there in Northern Kentucky, 50 degrees, 5 things. Nothing different, but working on hat files. Very nice. With Tim here, he said, when he's not busy, he sets it all up. Yeah. One of the things that people fall into is when they're busy, they stop doing it. And then when they get slow, they're like, okay, we got to get everything out there. And now business is here, so I don't need to worry about it. The more consistent we can be by putting, everything out there. And, Tim's taking the slow day, set up content for the month, so he doesn't have to worry about it. And that's where I say, block out that time where you can set stuff up for it. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day can save you so much down the road and bring in so much income on it. Take pictures of everything you do. Everybody has a phone. So these phones have cameras in them. You can just take pictures of everything that you're doing. When you walk through the process, let's go through somebody who's doing an HTV job, right? So first off, we can take a picture of the design mock-up. We can take a picture of the materials. We can take a picture of the materials being cut on the vinyl cutter. We can take a picture of us weeding. We can take a picture of everything that we weeded off in the trash. We can take a picture of it sitting on the shirt. We can take a picture of it pressed on the shirt. We can take a picture of it peeled off the shirts. We can take a picture of that on display, whether it's a mannequin holding up whatever. Then you take a picture of it in the package. There's 10 pictures in that one thing. So you can create a lot of content from that. And from those 10 pictures, you can go into CapCut. You can find a good template for you and put all those things in there, and there's the process of it. And so you can create multiple pieces of content from one thing. It's just we have to stay consistent with it. And Jerry said, good for you, Tim. Tim says, I got Stan from where? To shorten his about a year ago. The new record screen on CapCut is pretty nice. Not sure if you got that thing. I don't know if I did or not. We'll have to talk about that in our call. What do we got? We'll have to talk about it. And Jerry says, Jeff, and I don't know what that is. What is that little thing? I don't know what it is. And Tim, do you schedule your content? And Barb says, hi, Jeff. And howdy, Jerry from Jeff. And morning, Barb. And Tim said, Barb, yes, I use Facebook Manager Doodle. Yeah, so when you get into Meta, it brings up like a calendar, and it shows you can post everything there, and it'll sync up to. Does it sync up to Threads now? Because I know it'll sync up to Instagram. I think it will to Threads too. But you can put it all in there, and you can see the month at it, where you want stuff at, where you can do it from there. And it's just staying consistent with it, just putting out the stuff. It's pretty easy once you're in there with it. And we've talked in our mentorship community about different ways to create content to be able to especially reuse it, because there's a lot of things that we can reuse, because the people that we're posting to today at 8:47 a.m. probably aren't going to be the same people that are going to see it tonight at 8:47. So we can use that content multiple times. And people are like, no, I can't. And they're like, yeah, you can. What is a commercial? A commercial is something that's played multiple times throughout that cycle. A song, same thing. It's multiple times. So when we start thinking about that, we put it out there. Think of what, when you're reading articles online, or there's this thing that's called a newspaper. There's a headline. There's something, attention grabber, that brought you in. Same thing with this. What is that attention grabber to bring somebody in? What do we want them to do? This or that. Check this out. What do you like, this color or this color? What are you working on? Things like that. Be consistent, and that's the key. Consistency is the key with it. We just can't do it for a week, say it didn't work, and it moved on. You got to do it. It's like me. I'm fat. If I want to get skinny, what's going to happen? I got to work out every day. If I just work out today, and I'll tell you, tomorrow I'm still fat, that doesn't work. No, I want to get skinny. I need to work out every day on things. And Tim says, I have not seen it on Threads. And I wasn't sure because I had something pop up. I'm like, I don't remember posting on Threads. So I wasn't 100% sure with that. And Barb says she will look at Facebook during the work on the business. Very nice. Jeff says that my issue is I don't always do something new. And that's what we're just talking about. Feel like just posting, oh, look, I printed the same thing again. We'll get old to my followers. No, because not everybody is going to see it at the same time. And even with that, like on a 3D printing thing, right? We can take different angles of the picture, so we can use different sides of it. We can show different processes of it, and even on that, another day of printing benchies, right? Let's say another day of sticker printing. We have a consistent order every month of 3,000 stickers. Every time we do it, I'll video it and I'll show it. Another day of printing stickers, because especially for its local things, we can tag them in it. But hey, let's just show it off. Let's show that content. Maybe it's in a different color. Maybe maybe the next time you turn it, you orientate it left more, right more, or whatever, to get a different view of it. It's that same thing, Jeff. They're not old. They will not get old of it. And if they do, they'll tell you. And then that's when you might be posted too much. But keep going at it. Celebration. Right there. Jerry said celebration. That's what it is. Celebration. Okay. I wasn't sure what it was, because that one I can see the little thing on there. Good point, Jeff. And that's what I said. It's just using that same thing. I said, think of radio, think of TV commercials. It's the same thing over and over and over and over, because they spend millions of dollars doing those things. So they're going to make sure that it's out there for them. Okay, added Threads to my list to check on. And the thing is, it doesn't necessarily need to be there, because if your customers aren't on Threads, why do I aren't? If I really wanted to focus on the software side of things and on the training side of things, where would I find my people at? Am I going to find them on Threads? Probably not. Am I going to find them on Pinterest? Probably not. Probably be a good thing to find them on TikTok, because that's where they're looking for the help with it. And when we're asking, the price that we're asking for stuff, maybe I should be looking at LinkedIn for it. And but most of our B2B customers are small businesses, and they're not on LinkedIn. So that's where it comes down to knowing your customers and what's going for it. Your niche, define that, and then find out where your people is, and you're good to go. And Jim says, I know you don't update things, but this one is worth it. You get the pro version of CapCut. I will update those types of things, because those aren't detrimental to it. I will not update software for cutters or printers or any of that, because I want them to work. On an app, I'm good with updates on apps. But I posted a video in our group yesterday that I used to make the video. I will go check that. I'll check that, because we have our mentorship call at 9:30 today. Links are down in the description if you want to join us. And then we have work on your business from 11 to 3. So I'm going to get as much done today as I built to my list as possible. And Jeff says, I used Threads for a bit, but it was really a ghost town. Right there with you. Maybe I didn't follow enough, but I just didn't care for it. Absolutely. And that's why I say, not everybody is everywhere. And so if your customers aren't there, there's no sense to spend the resources, the time, the energy, the effort into it. You spend, 10 minutes a day on Threads, and 10 minutes a day on Facebook, and 10 minutes a day on TikTok. Well, we can take that 10 minutes from Thread, and now we got 15 minutes on each of the other ones. So 100% put it where your customers are. And see, maybe that's it, Jerry. So some of the threads just get posted, automatically. And that would 100% make sense, because I'm like, did I schedule that? I didn't think I did. And Barb says, I need to add to TikTok. Can you schedule that? There are some I haven't got inside of it because I think there's a few different versions in there of what you're on. There are some third party ways to do it. Um, I've been bad with it, 100% been bad with it. And Tim says, so have you heard about Whatnot app? That's going to be the next biggest thing from us. I don't know if it will be. I think there's a few different platforms out there, and they could be great. They could not be great. It all comes down to scammers. There's scammers everywhere. There's scammers everywhere on everything now. And so it's, how do I get those people off of those platforms and into my ecosystem? Because I don't want to get scammed. Nobody wants to get scammed. Nobody wants to do it. And Jerry says Blue Sky is the one trying to place TikTok. TikTok, yeah. Blue Sky, is that right? Blue Sky. I don't know. There's a few. There's Blue Sky. There's Red Note. There was Lemonade. There was. I can't. I'm too old to keep up with it all. But on some of them, if I'm not creating consistent content that has the same branding, the same message, the same everything with it, then I'm no better than anybody just throwing something against the wall to see what sticks. And that's what I've done a lot of. Just throw it against the wall and stick. Like, if we are building on this side of things, where we are helping other businesses, grow their business, I need to be better at what kind of help that they need to have, what kind of products they're looking for. We do have on the schedule, when you see how it works, is making leather patch tags. What are they called? Leather tags for beanies, rivets, all that. So we're showing the laser, cut it, holes, rivet, do that. We got a request on that, and I said, yeah, we can 100% do that. And I said, I can make a content video with it. Traditionally, that would have been a half-hour live, hour live, going through it, showing it all off. Now it could probably be done in a minute TikTok, a 2-minute TikTok, a 7-minute shorts video. We got to play with the settings on how we can make stuff work, but that's what we're going to do. One of the things that we talked with JPPlus about is, hey, how can we do some things to partner better on? And that was one of the things. Yeah, see, Cindy wants tags. We're going to get it there. Jerry, I already left Blue Sky, not for me. See, that's it. Really, Jeff? Facebook took a while to hit too. And that's the thing, is like, we don't need to be everywhere with everything. New platform comes, my customers aren't there. Like, Jerry, who are your customers? Who are your customers right now? Can you define who your customers are? If you can't, then what are we worried about where to all the platforms? Because we need to know who our customer is. Who are we going after? What do we want to do? If they're not on the platform, what are we messing with it for? And you can have different customers on different platforms, but that's what we need to ask ourselves, is who's our customer and who are we trying to get in front of? On Jeff's side, with a lot of the 3D prints and things that he does, where is his? Is it going to be Facebook groups? Is it going to be on TikTok? Is it both of them? Is he going to find those people on LinkedIn? Is he going to find those people on Blue Sky? Probably not. So he's going to focus on those ones where they're coming from, because that's where they're coming from with it. And Barb says, for me, maybe 2-3 platforms. Otherwise, nothing will be posted. Absolutely. You're doing the shotgun method. You're just spraying and praying, and hopefully something hits. When we know where our customers are and we can focus on that, then great. When we look at, like, right now, our main focus is on Facebook. The biggest reach on that, we've got 13,000 followers on Facebook, and then from there, okay, where else are we putting it? YouTube is. I like YouTube because I can do videos. I can have everything there. And it's not on Facebook, so it's another place to have things out there. I can post videos, link to videos, do everything from there. So it's Facebook, and then YouTube, and then the other stuff, not so much. I'm not the greatest at email marketing. I'm working with somebody to get me better at that. I'm setting up a new platform for us to try and put everything in one place to make it faster, easier, more efficient for me to do. And so that way we can have our emails go out, our follow-ups go out, everything go there. He said it was all about systems and putting systems in place to make things easier. And that's the goal, is to make things easier for us. And it would definitely be, it's going to be nice to be able to do that, because I can do with what I'm going with, I'll be able to do 3 different platforms on it. So I'll be able to move Corey's Level Up over to it. I'll be able to move Fat Dad mostly over to it, and then the training mentor stuff we'll be able to move over there, because that will have its own community that's inside of it, so we can do courses and I can do everything module based and then there, because we have been getting interest in our spiritware, and I'm super pumped about that. I've loved the conversation that we have. There's a couple people that have stuff that they need to have to be turned in by the end of this week, so that way we can come up with their plans on that stuff and go from there. So we're going to keep pushing through on that for things. What do we got here? And Jeff says, I tested the idea of decal ranch Santa and found I just spread myself too thin. Yep, was an interesting test, but I just couldn't keep up. And it's the thing, what happened when you spread yourself thin, Jeff? Overworked? Did you have more screw-ups? Did you just miss orders? What was the thing that it was causing? And looking at it, how could it have not caused you to, how could it have caused, what was the reason you couldn't keep up? That's what I'm trying to say. And we fix that problem, and then things might be better. But that's the thing, we got to do it. Content schedule would be great, Todd. Yes, it would, Jerry. We can put one out there because we've got part of one in the mentorship community where, there's what today's day is and things with that. But I will definitely start putting some stuff together and we can put in there. And then I think maybe just like a 3-day boot camp on it, where it's, day one is going to be, defining your niche. Here's your customer avatar. So you're going to find out where they all are for it, because the creation part is the same. What do we create? The thing will be the format. Is it going to be pics? Is it going to be videos? Is it going to be shorts? Is it going to be whatever it is? And that's what it is. But we find one, then two is going to be, your content calendar. Here's everything that's going on for it. Like, coming into it, we've got, a few days left in February, but, we're past Valentine's Day. So next up is going to be St. Patrick's Day. We've still got Black History Month, Heart Awareness Month. I think is that this month? Next month, we've got St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure what's online with there, but we know March usually starts up more baseball season, March, April, so we can start pushing that towards that side of it. Once April rolls around, we got spring designs, we've got Easter, we've got graduation, we've got weddings. So we just find our people and we'll start putting that together, and I think we can do it pretty good. Yeah, 100%, Bart. You can't spread yourself. You can spread yourself too thin. Doing too much at once, leads to not being good at anything, and in there, and it's not a good feeling. It's like you don't feel like you're getting things back on it. Like even on this doesn't always produce the results that I would like to see, but at the same time, it's getting in front of the people that I wanted to get in front of. The people that want to come be a part of our community, people that are here to support us, the people we're here to support, the people that help me, and I help those people. It's basically, for this is my way to keep myself in check. Put it out here. Here's my list. Here's my stuff I need to do. My verification. My, putting it out there. My standing on the hill. So that's what I love about this. There's a couple topics. I'll figure out a topic for Friday and get that in here together. But we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure to like and subscribe. And best, I'll share. Sharing's caring. Also in the description, there's a lot of our affiliate links in there. I know. Affiliate links. Woo! Hey, you're going to buy the stuff anyway. You might as well buy it from one of your friends that have an affiliate link so they can get like 40 cents. 40 cents adds up. It pays for cameras, it pays for internet. It all adds up. So any of your friends have affiliate links for stuff, just use them. Just use them. That's all I'm going to say. If you got it, just use them. All right. With that, we're going to get out of here because I need to go set up the next meeting because our mentorship community is in half an hour. We'll get that set up. And then we've got working on our business today from 11 to 3. I will be in there to set it up, and then I'm jetting out because I do have stuff set up the rest of the day to get stuff done. So we were there. With that, everybody have an amazing day. We'll see you Friday. Peace, love, press on. We will see you then.